Everyone, good evening. This is Life Issue. My name is Blessing. I want to say thank you so much for coming to my live show today. Um, I do appreciate. Now, on this channel, we look at trending news, videos, news that is online to talk about issues that affect family, issues that affect children, upbringing, anything that relates to marriage. As long as it's trending, we'll try to discuss it here. Now, today's topic is something that I have made before on my morning ride, and I'm going to be based this topic today on Chimamanda's video that went viral last week. Now, if you know Chimamanda, she's a very controversial Nigerian writer. She's one of those she's very vocal about feminist and the right of a woman and culture in place of, what is going on cultural in Africa. And I'm going to play the video that is going to base my discussion with you today. Now, first of all, I want to say that when I did my first video about burial and the role of village people and umona and all the village things, I got a lot of people who kind of like sent me a private DM and were talking about their experiences. Now, I don't know how many of them that will come online this evening, but let's talk about this, okay? All right, so I'm going to first of all start with the video that is going to base our discussion today. Now, this video she was speaking in Igbo, and she was addressing a particular parish, Catholic parish. Now, I'll play the video, then I will narrate for you, or I can put the narration for you, and I can be talking about what she's saying as she's talking. So watch this video. All right, so she's speaking, but I'm going to narrate what she just said now. So she's talking about the fact that she came to bury her mom, and why on the process of them conducting a service for her mom, they had to go to their village church, because most times people have a village church that they go to. And while they were there, the parish priest attacked her for an interview that she did. All right, so if you can hear Igbo, listen. But if you can't hear Igbo, I'll explain it later to you, okay? All right, so I'm going to explain what she said now if you don't understand Igbo. So apparently on her mom's burial day, I think I had a narration somewhere, so maybe I can just pull it up. So basically on her mom's burial day, this is by Lindy KG, she was attacked by the Catholic priest because of her interview. And personally, I just felt like if the Catholic priest had an issue with her, they could have dealt with it before the service. The Catholic priest did not talk to her, did not say anything to her, but he decided to make his preaching on that day about her interview. Now, in that her interview, from what Linda put out there, I'm trying to put out for you guys what Linda said. Yeah. In her interview, she was talking about Catholic and the fact that things has become all about money, 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 money. They are forcing people. I think she went to church one day and the church was locked and they were forcing people to give money. Okay. And so she felt like that was wrong in her interview. Now, remember, it was an interview. I couldn't get the interview. I could have, posted it for everybody to see, but she was being interviewed and she made her opinion known about what happens in Catholic Church in her village and why she doesn't like going to Catholic Church or going to church in Nigeria, because churches in Nigeria, it's become all about money. That was what she said. Now, this is Linda's narration. I put it out there for you guys and just for you to know what actually happened and what she actually said. All right. So, but why am I doing this video? Let me tell you why I'm doing this video. You see, people wait for burial, especially people wait for burial for them to attack you. So this is a girl who is from your village. She says something about the church village. You guys did not call her. You guys did not call her family. You write to her and say, okay, Adai, what you said was wrong. Can we have a meeting or talk? They didn't say anything to her. They waited for her mom's burial for them to attack her or to tell her what she said was wrong in an interview. All right, so let me just say something. Yeah, there are people who think that they have the right, or they are the custodian of tradition, or they have the final say of something. And what they do is that they have this thing against you, or they hold on to something against you, and then they wait for that particular time when you are so down for them to attack you. If this parish priest is her local church parish priest, yeah, why wait for her mom's burial? Why not address this before the burial? Why not? She was in the village. I bet she must have been in the village for like a week or two preparing. Why didn't they call her? Why was it be that on the day of the burial, they used this as a topic? Remember that she must have been in that let me say, burial or that church service with a lot of dignitaries, people from all over the world coming for her mom's burial. And they decided that was the day to address her, to talk to her, to let her down, to disgrace her. And this is the mind of a lot of these village people and Umuna and Umuada, or all these elders in the village. They have something against you. They have things to say against you. They don't say it. They don't talk about it. They keep waiting. They keep, as if that they're putting it on the wall, waiting for you to have a debt or for something to happen, for them to pull it out and hold it against you. And I'm saying, is that the way culture is? Is that the way culture is meant to be? You expect elders to be the one to be wanting to have peace, to bring people together while they are alive. You expect them to be the one to try to solve issues while the people are alive. They don't do that. What they do is they wait to be waiting, and be saying, or when something happens, we will get to you, or we guys will fight, you guys will deal with you guys. And I keep wondering, is this right? Is it okay? I was talking to someone earlier today, one of my best friend, and she was telling me about what happened to her when her mom died. And she told me like what they did to them, like what they requested from them was outrageous. They actually went to go and fish things that happened long time ago. Somebody did this, somebody did that, they did this, and they were actually giving them bills to pay. And I'm saying, do you know that some people in some villages, some people, they don't work? What they are waiting for is for death to happen. For them, they have the time to eat their own share of you guys' money. I'm telling you, they don't have anything they are doing. What they are waiting is to wait for death, for them to be able to give you guys fine, for you to pay 1 million, 3 million. They will tell you how your children are all over the world. Come and pay this, come and pay that. And I'm saying, is that what tradition is? Is that what culture is meant to be? Is that what Igbo culture is all about? Why are we holding on to the culture that is actually vindictive? When I saw this Chimamanda's video, I was like, oh my God. So it's not just about poor people. It's for everybody. They can actually attack you and abuse you. It doesn't matter how influential you are. I love the fact that she did not just let them be. She took the microphone and she addressed them immediately. She gave them back. She just gave it back to them immediately. Because for how long are we going to, cower or leave people who disguise under tradition to do what they want to do? For how long are we going to let people disguise under tradition? And I keep asking somewhere, I was asking a friend of mine earlier today when I was trying to research about this video, and I was saying, what will happen if you don't do the things that they ask you to do? If they ask you to kill cow, if you don't do the cow, what will happen? And my friend was like, hey, if you don't do it, so that, somebody will start. And I'm like, seriously? I actually believe that sometimes some of these fears are not real. I believe that some of these fears, they just put those fears into you so that you guys will just spend that money. Or if you don't do it, they themselves will go and do something against you or against your family. There is no God that is doing it. I don't believe there is any God doing it. That's what I think. But because we are so afraid, somebody's sending me a text message. Let me see. But because we are so afraid, we can't even, fight them or even withstand them because we are all afraid. Oh, somebody just sent me a text message. Person said, my sister, why are you sending me a private message? Type it here so everybody can read, okay? Somebody sending me a private message. Don't send, right? Type it. Everybody wants to read what happened to you. Somebody just said that, and the same thing happened to her during her dad's burial, that they were billing them. It's not just, this is a norm. Especially in Igbo culture, people wait for burial for them to start billing you or start bringing out issues that were not there. They even tell you how your dad told them or your dad did not tell them. People that have not, they were not even there when you were growing up. They did not contribute 1 naira on your head. They did not even give you kobo when you were growing up. But now there is death. And they now bring out tradition. Let me even ask a question. If they did not come for the burial, would the burial not be done? I just want to know. And I keep saying it, in the Western world where we live, you can see a burial with just only the mom, the son, and burial is done. Other children are not even there. Maybe they're somewhere in Australia, somewhere in America. Burial is done with 3 people. They even criminate, they even do ashes. And burial is done. So why is it that let me see what. Hi Victor, how are you? Who is Waneri? How are you? Hi Waneri, how are you? Yeah, I was thinking that some of these Igbo people on these traditional core Igbos will come and type something and explain to us what will happen if you bury without all this. Don't even, all these bills that they give you. They give you bill. They will, some of them, the money that they are even calling, they have never smelt in their life. They have never made in their life. They have never worked to earn that kind of money in their life. Never. But when it's time for burial, they feel that you guys can get that money. You know the worst thing? Somebody will tell you to go and borrow. They will tell you it's Jesus. What can I not see? They will tell you to go and borrow to do what they want you to do for them. So you will borrow to do that thing. Are they not ashamed of themselves? Why put bondage on your kinsmen? Why put bondage on people that you say that you're your people? You put bondage on them and you tell them to go and borrow for something that they don't even have to do, just because you say they have to do it. And I'm asking, what happens if you don't do it? What happens? And until we, especially the educated young people, decide to say, you know what happens? What will happen? What will happen? People die, bury them in the township. People will tell me you have to go to your village, you have to bury it in your land. You know what? Come on. Which land? Which land? Which land? Any land that you call your home is your home. Anywhere that you've taken to be your home is your home. Why stress your family at death for them to go and deal with people whom you have not spoken to for some time, who has been waiting for you to die? Why stress your family to come and deal with people who live on burial money or that cow and that goat that you're going to bring for them? And some of them are so greedy that they even come for that burial and pack your rice and your malt, and still on top of it, they will still tell you guys did not do the right thing or did not complete, that you have to do this. So when I saw this Chimamanda's video for some minutes, I was saying alaboto. Someone say alaboto. When you say alaboto, what do you mean by alaboto? Because I need more. What is alaboto? Allah is Allah. Allah is everywhere. It's all about where your heart is. Where is your heart? Where is your heart? Where, we call ourselves Christians. That's why sometimes I don't get it. Because some of these people, you will see a pastor, that is umonna. That person will forget everything about that his Bible or that his spiritual, belief, and now start telling you this is our tradition. And I'm like, chapter what versus what? When the Bible has said all things have passed away, behold, all things have become new. When the Bible has said that when you became born again, you have ceased to be of the old lineage, but you have now taken on Christ. Yet we hold on to tradition. I'm trying to get what people, what did he say? He say land everywhere is the same. I tell you, anywhere, land is land. See now, if Chimamanda, let me even ask, I bet you if you ask Chimamanda Adichie, the church that her mom goes to, I bet you it might not even be Catholic. I'm just saying, somebody, you go to Pentecostal church in town, this is the church that you have been going. When you die, they will carry you to your village, and they say it's the presby in your village that must come and bury you. Yeah, it has to be that presby. Do you understand? Or it has to be that Catholic church in your village that must bury you. And this is where I don't get. If it's not that Catholic church in your village, what happens? If it's not that Catholic church in your village, is there something that they have put in that church? You are a Pentecostal person in town. You have left Catholic church, or you have left Presby, you have left Methodist, you have left Anglican. On your burial, they will go to your village, to that Catholic church that your great grandfathers have done something with, or must have put something with. That is where you go. Then they will now say that you have not paid your dues for the past 10 years or 20 years. They will start giving you the. I'm like, what bullshit is this? What bullshit is this? What kind of bullshit are we talking about? I'm trying to read what people, I said I don't have my glasses. Wahala for who know they go church. Wahala for who know they go church. This one past church. This one past church, because it's not about church. It's about letting go of all this timid, archaic, and cultures that are still keeping us backward, where people who are uneducated, people who are not doing anything, what they are waiting for is burial, to give you guys fee to pay, and that fee they will share it to Jesus Christ of Nazareth. If you see the way they are calling the money, you have to bring this, you have to bring this, as if that if it's them, they can afford to bring the money like that. They will tell you how your children are in America. They can afford it now. Like, seriously? And yet, we allow it to happen. We allow, some people are even afraid that if they don't do what they've told them, something will happen to them. That is it. They keep us in this bondage, in this cage, that we are not coming out of it. We are not coming out of it. And if you try to say no, one of them in that their midst will go and do something. And on that day that you are doing something, they'll come and drop something. So, and then they will now tell you that it is the Allah or the ancestors that are after you. We know the tricks. We see it on Nigerian Home Video now. We see it. Live and direct home video. This is what our life is being played out as. And I ask a question. When in the Western world, they do their own the way they do it, is it not better? You die. You, your children, maybe 4 or 5 other people, go and bury. Burial is done. A dead man does not know what you guys are doing. That's the point. Someone that village did not take care of when he was alive, that's who Munna did not take care of, did not solve his problem when he was alive. That person, that those money that they could have used to help him when he was alive, they did not help him. Now he's dead. They are demanding for it. The person is gone. The person is gone. All we are giving money is to people who are alive, who do not want to do anything better their life than to be. And the worst part is that when is a man that dies, hey, women suffer in Igbo land. Let's say the truth. When is a woman that dies, is easier. Is a lot easier because the man will sort those omona and the village people out. But when is the man that dies? If you speak to most women who've passed through burying their husbands, it is hard for them. The allegation, the demand, the things they want them to do, the expectation is worse for them. There is nothing they will do. They will call meeting on their head like 20 times, like meeting upon meeting. And you know the worst part, they cannot even join in the meeting when their own decision is being made. You are not there. People are on your head. Maybe those that hate you, they will sit on your head and be making decision on your head. And I'm saying, why stress yourself? Why do we stress ourselves? If they don't come in, will the burial not happen? Ask yourself a question. What do they bring in to that burial? They don't contribute. They'll be the one to eat the most. They will still charge you. And upon that, some of them will still come to look for trouble or to know what they will say. Why not take the burial out of that village and do it in town? The dead is dead. I am telling you. Hey, it will happen. I don't know what you say. It will happen. What will happen? What will happen? But the dead is dead. The burial is burial. I'm going to play this Chimamanda's video again before I go off. But I'm doing this video for us to think about the role of the villagers, Omona, Imene, all these people during burial in Igbo land. Sometimes the question we need to ask ourselves is, do they help the bereaved or do they add more pains? And are they overhyped with all this will happen to you? Is it overhyped or is it real? I just believe that some of these things that we say will happen is actually them that will do it. It's not any ancestor. It's not any ghost that does it. I actually believe that they are the ones that will go and do whatever that will happen. It's no ancestor because they want people to be afraid so that they can bring out that money so that anything they tell them to do, they will do. If you have the money, give to them. That I'm not saying. But until we start challenging some of the things that they are demanding, until we start saying, no, this is too much, until we start telling them, you know what, if you guys don't want to come, don't come. The burial will go on. Until we start challenging them, this thing will keep happening in Igbo land. Let me see what Victor has to say. And Victor says, this Umuna very hungry set of being. Yeah, we all know that. Let's listen to Chimamanda again before I go. And if you have any comments on this, you can drop your comments. If you have ever had any experience, I don't know why you guys are sending DM on my WhatsApp and telling me what has happened to you, but you're not typing it here. I think some of you guys are afraid of the Omona. You don't want the Omona to see your comments. That's why you're not writing it here. My dear, you see this life, we can only live it once. Death is inevitable. Live your life to the fullest and do what God has sent you to do. All right, so let's listen to Chimamanda again, while she narrates what happened to her during her mom's burial, and then let's listen to her. Wait, sorry, I'm trying to get her to remove, add. is nothing short of tyranny and abuse of power. Yeah, I think that it is wrong for people to wait for burial to address issue. It is wrong for people to wait for death to start telling you how your mother said or your dad said or they had. Why don't you guys address it when the person was alive? Why wait for the person to die for you to bring out issues that you're not even part of? You're not part of the family. You were not there. So what is your business? You are not part of the immediate family. So what has that got to do with you? Okay, the burial is not even yours. She said something. Why didn't they call her before that time? And this is why I am so angry, because we give people power that they shouldn't even in the first place have. All right. Now, this person said, tell them I'm a staunch Catholic, but the way most of these churches behave these days we can no longer tell the difference between them and those run by most of these Pentecostal pastors that also make money their number one aim. This is not how Catholic used to be. It's the same thing. People were not happy that the Catholic priest had to wait. He did not call her, did not address it, had to wait on the actual burial day when he was doing his sermon. And that's what happened in most of our churches. Though. Pastor will hear stories about you, or you will come and tell pastor something. Do you understand? And pastor will come on church Sunday to come and use it as a sermon, to come and preach on your case. And they think is okay. You go and tell pastor, this is what happened, or I did something, or whatever. Pastor will come on Sunday and use you as a case study for preaching that day. Just like Omona, you and your siblings or family, you guys are having issue. They did not come in, they have not said anything, they did not even bring solution, nothing. They will be waiting. We are waiting for you guys. Then on that day or the day before, they'll start telling you guys, we have heard. I'm like, you know what? If it's not your business, shut up. Mind your own business. Do what you are there to do. Come, eat, and go. That is your business. There's no traditional thing that they actually contribute apart from make meeting on people's head. I'm telling you. Let's think about it. Somebody dies, you bury 6 feet, you put the person in. The only people that have anything to do is a church that will pray. That is just it. And to be frank with you, you can call any church. There are church in every street, nook and cranny in Nigeria. In fact, you can even ordain one 2 days to the time. You can ordain one. Just pay and they will ordain one for you. The person will come and pray on the grave. Burial is done. So why do people make meetings on your head and you allow them and they are calling money for you? If they don't come in, they don't come in. Will the burial not happen? If you don't do that burial in that village, what will happen? Indigo will say, this kind of things that we talk about that brings these people, that give these people too much power. People will say, I'm a girl. Okay, so maybe that's why I'm talking this way. But thank God I'm not a guy, because if I'm a guy, I won't give a hoot about some of these things. Seriously, I won't give a hoot about some of these things because it is not right. There's so many comments from people about this topic, and they're all saying the same thing, that it's all about money, 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 money. They are leaving the main thing that God has told them to do, and they are busy looking for money. Yeah. Just like Omona, they're supposed to be there, peacemakers. No, they are not peacemakers. They are there waiting. They are there waiting for, for people that they will wait for. When something happens, then they will now give you 1 million to pay. All right, I'm going to end up with, let's see this comment from, hold on, I'm going to read comments, then I'll go off. Let's see some comments from some of our, all right, so let's just say she's following. No, yes, Jacob says, it doesn't matter whether, hold on, let me just remove this. It doesn't matter whether you belong to the family or not. Addressing someone's wrongs after death is very, very wrong. Confront the person when he he or she is still alive, so she may change not after death. Thank you. No, they don't address it. They wait for you to die, and then after you have died or you are dead, they will now start putting a lot of things on your family that is alive. They'll now start telling you how your dad did this, or how he did that, or how he said this, or how this happened, or how you guys did this, or how what is it? Is it even their business? Let's call a spade a spade. This they didn't contribute $1 to your upbringing or anything. They didn't even give you ordinary advice when you were growing up. They did not help. So what is their business? And I will say it, and I will say it too. You see the way they do things in this part of the world. I like it to face your family, I face mine. Mind your own business, I mind my own business. So I think we are the one that give them so much right for them to come into our home and have the guts to tell us what to do and what not to do. I'm telling you. And I'm going to be going off now. I still have another video to do before I give out my airtime. I know some of you want the airtime. So if you are going to join me later in the evening when I give out my airtime, I want to say thank you for everyone that joined. I don't know if you've ever experienced anything that has to do with umona or your family people during any burial. If it's not even just burial, even wedding. Some of them during wedding, they will tell you you have to, the kind of list that they give. The kind of list that they give, hey Jehovah, or the kind of things that they say in some places that you have to do before you can marry. And I'm like, seriously, they would tell me even in the Bible, some of them, they will quote Bible. They will tell you, give to Caesar what belongs, because what baffles me is that some the issue that I'm talking about, or that is getting me annoyed, is that some people that call themselves pastors, they are part of the cocoa. You are a pastor and you are part of the cocoa, and you are part of the umuna that is in that village, dealing with people, widows, who you know. It's not nice. Engineer said, when women rise up this issue, this man has a way of calling and tagging it a feminist ideology. Note, Chimamanda Adichie is a feminist, but the truth remains that the burial practices are outdated and should be thrown to the trash. You know what? Thank you for saying that, Engineer Victor, because actually when I got this video from a blogger's post, and they were calling her feminist. They were actually attacking her. People were calling her feminists because she was saying that what the priest did, addressing that matter during her mom's burial, is out of place. And some guys were attacking her and telling her to shut up. And I'm like, listen, when she said what she said, she was in a global platform. They asked her a question, why doesn't she go to church in Nigeria? And she answered and said, because of this and this happened in my village, I feel that churches are no more after God, that they're after money. And she gave an example of what happened in her home church. That's what she gave. It was an interview. And the priest kept that thing for her. Interview that happened like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. He kept it to be waiting and waiting. I will deal with you on your mother's or daddy's or your father's burial. And the man waited for that burial day to come, and that was the topic of the preaching that day. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And then they start calling her feminist. Feminist came. I'm like, ha. If you guys do, I'll tell you guys back home. Come whatever you want to call me. The video has gone viral, but they are calling her feminist. How is she a feminist? Address my mom's death. If her mom is dead, address the mom death. Talk about the woman. Talk about her life. Talk about her soul. Don't start talking about me. Don't start telling me things about me. And that is it. And that's the same thing. That's the same mentality that these people have in the village. They wait for us. We have all the millions. They are waiting for When somebody dies, they'll start telling us to bring 5 million, bring 10 million, as if we don't have families or we don't have homes. Yeah? I'm of the opinion, you know what? The dead is dead. Seriously. Shun them, do what you have to do. That's my take on this. Get a pastor, do your burial. It's gone. That's it. And lock your door and go. Because people that doesn't have any right on you over you should not have any right to say what will happen to you or to your dead. They were not there when you were growing up. They did not contribute anything. They have not contributed anything. They should not contribute anything, even in death. That is my take on this story. I don't know about you guys, what you guys think, but this is my candid opinion about this Chimamanda's Adichie's encounter during her mom's burial. But it's not just her. This keeps happening in Igbo land. Widows are passing through a lot during their loved one's burial because people are waiting for somebody to die for them to go after them. And I think it is very, very wrong. This tradition needs to stop. It needs to stop. If it means don't bury that person in the village, don't. There's mortuaries everywhere. In the town where you live, it's still better for you to bury in the town because more people will come than for you to go to the village and they start giving you bill or start disturbing your life. Bone them. Go to the town and bury. I know of people that have died and they didn't go to their village to bury them. So what is all this tradition all about? I don't know. All right, guys. I don't know what you guys think about this video. Drop your comments. I would really, really like to, read what you guys think. And if you know any woman that this have affected or she has passed through being, harassed or insulted or being, made to be a nobody because she doesn't have money or she doesn't have a say and there is a death, please, please, please let her know that she can bone these people and bury her debts, because at the end of the day, what she needs is just the 6 feet dog and a pastor that will pray. Umunas just come to eat, drink, and talk. That is their own. If anybody knows any other thing that they contribute, please help me drop, because I've been asking that question. What else do they bring in? What else? Let's even say maybe Imenne or Imenna might have something, but Umunna, they don't have anything that they bring in on that burial day. So why do we have to wait for them to be doing meeting on our head? 10 meetings, 6 meetings, 7 meetings. Bone them, bury your own, go home. That's my take on this. All right, guys, take care. God bless you. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.